tea because we're talking about journaling today. Even though you can see my Christmas decoration is still up, but I'll be changing very soon. There'll be some different background there, don't worry. But I'm still kind of feel Christmassy. It's in between Christmas and New Year's, but this video comes out on in the new year. Happy 2023. It's hard to say. Anyway, it's crazy how quick this year went, but never mind. We're not talking about that. I'm going to talk about journaling. Oh, what better way to start the new year than with journals, right? I have to get into it because I'm lazy. I always start stuff and I never finish it. I always have good intentions. The only thing I'm somewhat consistent is making YouTube videos. Funny enough, isn't it? But other than that, yes, because journaling has so many benefits for your mental health. And when I'm editing this video, I have a list somewhere here or down there as well, just to talk about the benefits it has. There's so many other videos out there that explain this way better than me. But because I'm into the whole art therapy stage right now, and really know that art can help your mental health and your emotional health a lot. Journaling is one of the best things you can do. So let's talk about what kind of journals there are. There's different ways of journaling. Obviously, you don't have to do what I'm doing, or I'm just giving suggestions and information and tips, maybe, if you have a hard time, as like me. So you're in the same boat, we can learn from each other. But there's different kinds of journals. So one journal, that's the easiest one to begin, is a dumping journal. Every morning when you get up, before you do anything else, maybe you pour yourself a cup of coffee. We don't want to be inhumane. You get yourself one of these things called again. I can't remember English. The like this one. Just a lined notebook. Cheap, go to the dollar store. Maybe have one laying around your house already. I don't know. This one actually has my design on it. I'm going to link, not this one because you can't get this one anymore. You can get another one. I have another Redbubble store with photography. So you can get this with different backgrounds, and I'm going to go to my store after this video and make one specifically just for mental health. So anyway, because I like it, because it has actually in the back a little pocket and you can put stuff. Like you can even use this as a bullet journal. You can stick stuff in. You make your own bullet journal, and it's good. It has lines, so it kind of helps. Anyway, but this is my dumping journal. I also put my manifestations in here. You note on this video on here, but I'm thinking I need to put this in a different one. But whatever. Dumping journal, I think it doesn't even matter. So long as you put your thoughts in here, it's okay. Anyway, so the easiest one is the dumping journal. You don't have to put your date or anything. You just write it down. Maybe it's a good idea to put the date, because then you can go reflect on it, what happened down the road. But anyway, dumping journal. Then this one, you've seen this one before if you're on this channel. If not, subscribe and go check out all the goodies there on this channel. This one actually started out as a travel journal. So I went on a trip 2019 with my mother, and I started after I went through the pictures I took and just kind of started making art about the different places we went to. That's how it started. And then it kind of evolved. Then I went also to Switzerland, so I have a couple of things in here about that. Then from last year when I went to Madeira, that's in here. So you can have a travel journal, but this is more an art travel journal. So I actually made it sort of artsy, colorful. So, there's no writing, not a lot of writing. This one has, but the other pages don't. But again, this is kind of a mishmash. May have to figure out something with this one. But anyway, you start documenting something, right? And this one here, I love this one too. This is my glue book. Started this now 2 years ago. In 2021, crazy enough, it's already 2 years almost. And this is a glue book, like I just glued things together. Out of all the magazines I have. And just things that spoke to me, just made up art, collaging. So that's another way of doing it. You just collage things that come into your head. You see something in a magazine and you get inspired. This one here is more like a real art journal, I think. It actually started as, I got this from, what's her name? Maybe Mel Robinson, that's her name. The 5-second journal. But I have a problem, sorry. I start things and I never finish them. So because I didn't want to go to waste, because it's a really good bound journal and it wasn't cheap, I started doing some art journaling in here. You can see, so I made, this is from spring, this is the summer. I put some nice poems on here, more like a year journal, like how the year goes on. There's a nice poem, I'm going to read it. I will not be another flower picked for my beauty. I will be wild, difficult to find, and impossible to forget. It's by Erin von Viren. I always start crying when I read this because it reminds me of my daughter. I like this page. Anywho, then what else we have here? Oh yeah, this journal. It's actually one made out of a little cereal box or mac and cheese box, something like that. And this is a one with pockets. You can stick stuff in. This is all about flowers. It's my flower journal, I call it. It has even designs from my store in here back in the day. So it's not finished yet, so I just put signatures in and kind of started filling it up a little bit. It's all about flowers. So it kind of looks like this. So that's my flower journal. So I'm gonna, because I love flowers, I'm definitely gonna do some more flower pages in here and try to find some flower poems. I'm gonna put that other poem in here because I really like that poem. You can come up with your own poems, obviously. You don't have to be an author. I don't know, in school we used to have to come up with our own poems. So we got this one, and then I have one, and also a homemade one, same way. But this one is, I always put a lot of abstract art of mine in here. So, let's see. But this is more like a sketchbook, I think. From ideas, designs. So maybe it's gonna be more like a sketchbook. But I like this is my art. I just printed it out. I like that. I'm trying to put some of the artwork for free down here in the description, so you can download it if you're interested. And then what else we have here? This one is the one I used recently for all the art therapy stuff. So this is also a journal of my art therapy sessions. even though there's some other stuff in here too. Like this one should actually be in the other journal. I write the colors. Like this, these ones you'll remember more. And usually other artists have all these, you know, they have a common theme, kind of. They have a common color palette. They all look the same. I need to cut my bangs. Apparently, they're in my face. But mine are not. So that's my biggest problem in my art making, is I'm all over the place. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna put some more of my lessons in here. A hard time. I'm just going to continue those things that I started in here, my lessons. Okay, so then there's other point. I'm going to insert it in here, but it's very important to kind of have a place for by yourself. You know, nobody's going to bother you. Make you put a sign on the door if you live with people and say, you know, stay away, I'm busy, I'm my alone time, or whatever it is. What you can do is first, in the morning when you get up, do that dumping journal. Just put your thoughts in there, whatever comes to mind. Maybe it's even a dream you had, and just write it down. I mean, you have your own dream journal if you want. You can do that too. And then, after whatever you do, in the morning. Depends, if you work, then that's all you do when you go to work. Maybe at nighttime, or on the weekend. You don't have to do it every day. Like the dumping journal is, I think, important every day, but the other journals are not important to do every day. Unless you have an emotional issue and you want to do some art therapy. But yeah, when you come home at night, maybe you have time. Instead of watching a Netflix show, or just to relax. Sometimes it's really good because of these benefits that are mentioned over here. Maybe I'm gonna put on that list. It kind of helps you wind down and get rid of all your negative emotions or the stuff that goes on in your head. In the new year, we're gonna start. I think I'm gonna start with this one here. This one is the most artsy journal. I mean, you can bullet journal too. But yeah, I'm just gonna start with this one, and I'm not gonna worry about my prompts in here. I'm just gonna start. And speaking of prompts, you can actually go online and Google journal prompts. And for the first video after this, I will get a list and we can start doing that. Go down that list for prompts. Because there's also like these cards you can buy, journal, oracle cards, and you pick one and gives you an idea what you journal about. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make a list, and each week we're going to work on one of them. And I'm not always going to finish the journal. It's not the idea. The idea is just to actually do it. And maybe show it, the finished journal, show it on my Facebook group. I'm going to put the link down there. We have a Art Heals the Soul Facebook group where you can go and share your art or share your thoughts about art therapy and emotional health. Yeah, so I'm gonna, when it's finished, I'm gonna post it there, and you guys can go check it out, and you can post your own down there as well. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start in this channel, and we see how many videos we can do on it. I'm not promising I'll do this the whole year, but we're starting. I think it's a good thing for me to just get back into making art, because I'm kind of not disappointed, but just frustrated with myself because I can't stay with any art technique or art style. I always have to do something different. You can even use photography and print some out and stick it in here and make art about it. That's another way of doing it. yeah, you don't have to be an artist. You just start sticking stuff. We're gonna use collages mostly, so it's, you know, easy. You don't have to think about trying to make some fancy art about it. You can also cut out art you made before and you don't like. Maybe it's just like some piece of it and you stick it in here. But we're going to talk about that when it's the time. Anyway, so I'm excited for the new year. I hope you too. I'm going to start journaling and get our mental health, you know, going, especially in these dark times, like we, you know, as we talked about in the other videos. Please go watch them if you haven't. Seasonal depression. So please stay tuned, subscribe, check out the links down there, check out the journal link I'm gonna make right now after this in my store, so you can go and buy a journal. Should be there in a couple of weeks, I hope. I don't know how Redbubble now is with the deliveries, but or you can make your own journal if you like. If you like any information on that, I have some links down there where you make your own journal. If you like another video about this journal making, let me know. But I think that one is pretty, there's like 2 of them down there. They should be pretty easy, explainable how to do it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you watch those other videos if you haven't, all about mental health up here. See you over there.